What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to the channel. With Dungeon Defenders Awakened releasing on the Xbox next week on March 17th, I figured it was about time to show off a little Xbox gameplay. Now, before we jump into the map, I wanted to get a few disclosures out there. First off, this does not include the Day 1 update for Xbox, as there will be an update coming on March 17th on the first day that will hit Xbox and PC, both on March 17th. In addition to that, I know there are fancy things like the Xbox Series X out there now. However, I am playing on an OG, regular old vanilla beater Xbox One, so your performance will vary depending on which version of the Xbox you have. Let's hop on in and get things started here. Now, I am going to play through the campaign on hard mode. With that in mind, I already did Deeper Well on medium, and of course that is going to unlock Deeper Well on hard. So we're going to go ahead and start our experience there. Let's go ahead and enable hardcore as well, and hop right on in and get it going. And away we go into the Deeper Well. Now, we all know that proton beams and the EVA are quite powerful early games, so I am going to be slinging some proton beams around, and that hopefully is going to get me a win. Let's go ahead and just start off at the top of the stairs here. We'll go with, let's just go with full DU. We'll go full 5 DU proton beam as far down the lane as we can get it, and then we'll do the same thing right over here. Now, we're going to want to do this on both lanes here, so let's head on over to this lane, start at the top of the stairs once again, and drag them on out. Now, like I mentioned, I am playing on just an OG Xbox, so no bells and whistles, the Walmart $150 special, and anxious to see exactly how the game is going to perform, particularly once I get into doing some survivals and stuff like that. But anyway, here we go. We are set for wave 1. Let's get it. Looking good, so far so good. I love the new nameplates above the heroes. That's good stuff for sure. I want to switch up. I think I've got an apprentice weapon in the second slot. Let's use that one instead here. See if we can't get these baddies melted. All of the power on the level 7 EV. Now, as you see, my Juicy Fruit pet has leveled up, and we will get to that here in just a few moments as soon as we're done with this map. But I am going to be doing a Juicy Fruit pet giveaway. Now, the Juicy Fruit pet is just a cosmetic pet. However, early game, like if you have one, when you first get started playing in Dungeon Defenders Awakened, it's without a doubt a very, very beneficial pet to have, as you're not going to get a pet naturally until you get to the summit map, where your first pet is going to drop. So having that right out of the gates is definitely a very, very nice advantage. Now, as always, of course, we want to spend all the DU too, so I want to get it spent as quick as possible. So let's go ahead and get it on up here. Now, we know that these lanes are going to be opening up, but they're not open quite yet. Another cool thing I found for console, or for the Xbox controller, I'm not sure if it's always been this way, but if you just hit B, just tap the B button, it brings up your last used defense on that character, so the last defense you placed, which is nice, so you don't have to go through the scroll wheel or, go through any of the options to get your proton beam down. So if I wanted to just run over here, I can just tap B, and that is my last place defense, so it is popping right on up there. So let's do the big X up here as well, and hopefully this is going to handle it. Now, proton beams are just extremely powerful early game. That combined with my absolute love for the EV makes it kind of a no-brainer for me personally. However, there are lots of really powerful choices early game. I'm going to be putting a video out on that as well here in the coming days on kind of beginner meta defenses. Let's just go with the 3 proton stack here on each lane, and that will use all of the available DU, so I'll get that that bonus for using up all of the available DU as a builder bonus. And then one last one up here. We'll just smack it right in the middle too. And pretty sure that should burn everything out, but we will find out. Let's get it going here. Lots of fat loots dropping. Good stuff, good stuff. Get a little decoy action out there. The decoy and the proton beam builds early on are just such a powerful combination. A decoy will hold 1 or 2 swings from an ogre as it's making its way out, and that's kind of a big deal, no doubt about it. Pretty excited about Xbox launch day. Of course, I have the game on Xbox and I have availability to it right now, so thank you so much to Chromatic for that. However, I've been kind of holding off. I want to get into it and play through it, but on the same note, I kind of want to wait for launch day as well, when the excitement is all there and fresh for everyone. So, mixed emotions. Let me know down in the comments below, would you like to see some Xbox coverage prior to launch day, or would you prefer I wait until launch day? So let me know what you think, and I will go from there. Now, wave 4, let's just go ahead and let it fly. I am going to get some upgrades in here to make sure I get a little bit more powerful. The one thing I noticed right away, right off the gates, is the frame rate is good. Now, obviously, this map is not, not a very frame-intensive map. That's for sure. I also like the little star over the bars as well, as the new indicator showing that the defense is upgraded. So anxious to see what things look like when they're fully upped, no doubt there. The control schematic has changed a bit since what was available on PC through early access and then into the current version of the game. And, although I am a complete nub when it comes to using a gamepad of any sort, it feels pretty good to me. Now, obviously someone who is using their Xbox controller on the daily is going to have a lot stronger opinion there than what I have available, but things do look good, no doubt. Let's see, let's just go ahead and blast through this one as well. We're going to have those baddies up top here. I'm going to have to be conscious of those guys. Let's make sure these big ol' thick orcs get smacked down appropriately. See, that one is fire immune, and that's one of the things that makes the proton beam so strong early game, is there is no enemy with physical damage immunity, and the proton beam is indeed physical damage, so definitely a go-to defense for day 1 if you're just starting fresh. Flame burst towers, explosive traps, they're all very good, but both are a little bit more dependent on some stat. The flame burst tower, for example, has just god-awful range, even though it hits really hard. Super early game with no gear and no stats, it has just absolutely terrible range starting off. So until you get a few of those range points, I personally usually stay away from the flame burst. Now, it doesn't take much, just a few levels, and you're going to have a few points in your rune points that you can put in and get your flame burst towers all juicy. But you definitely need a little bit of range there, no doubt. And there we go, a first look at gameplay on the Xbox One. So excited that it's finally here, just days away from full launch over there on Xbox. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we are doing a juicy giveaway with this one. Oh yeah, this juicy fruit pet is, as I mentioned, it is just a cosmetic pet. However, it is super powerful early game. So the earlier you are in game, the more powerful it is, no doubt about it. And the Juicy Fruit Pet is definitely a good one, as it's going to give you a few starting stats right out of the gates and will allow you just to hop on in and get your experience started in a very, very nice fashion. Now, I'm going to be giving away 5 of these. Now, this giveaway is going to end at midnight on the 16th. So right before Xbox launch, the game is supposed to launch at 9 a.m. Pacific time on the 17th. This giveaway will end at midnight, 9 hours before that. So it'll give plenty of people, all the winners, time to get their email and get their code. Now, all you have to do to enter to win is by following the link down in the description below over to Gleam.io, who's going to be handling this giveaway for me. So make sure you head on over and get your entries in. You can enter to win by subscribing here on YouTube, by retweeting the Twitter giveaway, by following on Twitter, and following on Twitch. So all free entries all the way around, and good luck to everyone. So thanks so much for watching. As I mentioned, let me know down in the comments below, do you want to see Xbox One gameplay or more Xbox One gameplay prior to launch day, as I'm kind of interested in maybe streaming some of it. But that will get it for now. Thanks again, y'all, and I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.